Digicel TV, home of Rugby League. Dial *515# to subscribe.
The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello, I'm Jemima Sukbat with the news. In this edition, Morobe 14 cocoa production, children miss out on report cards, and Tupiri appointment confirmed. People traveling the highway from Le Ramu or the Highlands provinces must take precaution along the section at Ono Mountain between Walium and Madang town. Police in Madang and Walium have reported that this section of the road is slippery in this wet weather and poses a risk for travelers. Highway patrol officers from Walium are calling on drivers to travel early in the day so that they can pass this section before the rain falls in the afternoons. Criminals have also been using the wet weather to rob travelers along the section. Police said they cannot be there to police the area all the time and are advising drivers to take precaution. Parents of students in grade 6G of Ward Street Primary School in National Capital District expressed anger and frustration against the treatment given to their children throughout the academic year by their class teacher. The 70-plus students were the only students who did not receive their academic reports and were excluded in the awards presentation on Friday, December 9th.
Aggrieved parents of more than 70 students in grade 6G class of Ward Street Primary School have expressed disappointment over the situation that their children were not given academic reports for the whole of this year. The parents allege that the class teacher continued to make empty promises on delivering the reports, but has not done so, and the school year has ended.
We are grieved simply because since term 1, many of us have wanted to get reports, but the class teacher failed to release them. And then cumulatively, at the end of the year, which was released last week, we all fronted up at the school only to be told that reports were not ready.
Namonu said they wanted to know the status of the child's academic performance. They approached the media in an effort to get a response from the teacher and the school. It is understood the same teacher had done the same to students who had been in a class in previous years.
We have reports from parents of previous years to which this teacher has taught that have not received the reports as well, but none of them have actually come out like this to be, to add this. So we felt that as parents, responsible citizens and responsible parents, this is already a policy matter.
These parents are now calling on the NCD Education Office to investigate the matter.
If in the past months, inspectors have not come down to look at the performance of teachers like this, based on reports, if we are told that reports have been given back to the head office high up, then we want to know why such a teacher like this is continuing to be in the position of leadership and responsible for our children's education.
This newsroom approached the NCDC Education Office, but the officer responsible was unavailable for comment. Frida Kana, TVWAN News.
NCDC Active City Development Program ended 2022 with its last event on Peace and Reconciliation to commemorate World Human Rights Day. The annual White Samba Walk with the theme Dignity, Freedom and Justice for All took place on Sunday 11th December at Ella Beach.
About 150 city residents from all walks of life, clad in white, walked peacefully to show solidarity in standing up for human rights, as all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. Human Rights Day, observed every year on 10 December, that day the United Nations General Assembly adopted 1948 the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The Active City Development took this opportunity to educate the public on issues of concern, mobilize political will and resources to address global problems. ACDP and partners have embraced these days as a powerful advocacy tool. Human rights are the basic rights and freedoms that belong to every person in the world from birth until death. Ruth Kisam, board chair of Advancing PNG Women Leaders Network, in an awareness talk, asked the question, what is the meaning of human rights? She explained that it is about being responsible for one's thoughts, because thoughts become words and words become actions. ACDP management and team thanked and acknowledged all those who attended this walk and others throughout the year. Special mention was made of community leaders from the 3 districts in NCD and communities from amazing Port Moresby. Vada Vada community kids also entertained the participants. Frida Kana, TVWAN News.
Joseph Tupiri is the acting managing director for the National Airports Corporation. Minister for Transport and Civil Aviation Walter Schnobelt formally announced the appointment today. Schnobelt said Tupiri will be acting MD for the next 3 months while the position is being advertised. After 3 months of altercation between the Civil Aviation Minister Walter Schnobelt and former National Airports Corporation Managing Director Rex Kiponge, there is a new Managing Director for the National Airports Corporation. Civil Aviation Minister Walter Schnobelt announced the appointment of Joseph Tupiri as the acting MD for the next 3 months today, while the MD's position is being advertised. He said his appointment will bring stability and confidence to the NAC office for the time being.
I, as Minister, have made a decision based on all that has happened in the past 3 months. And I've made a decision based on putting an acting MD in place for an interim period of 3 months to buy us enough time to then advertise, call for expression of interest, and try to find the right person for the job.
Joseph Tupiri is a former managing director for the National Airports Corporation.
So right now, I've been entrusted by the government to do a job, and I understand what to do, okay? And I thank God that they had the minister had the wisdom to ask me to come and help because it needed a level of understanding of how the system works and how to stabilize the organization and the industry and bring confidence back.
Meanwhile, Minister Schnobelt thanked NAC staff for a smooth transition of management for the office of the MD as Tupiri takes over. He has urged the staff to continue with their mandated duties to the people of Papua New Guinea. Meanwhile, Minister Schnobelt said the amendment to the Civil Aviation Act giving powers to the minister and the National Executive Council on matters of the NAC and the appointment of NAC Managing Director and Board is no different to other statutory bodies. Schnobelt said he has no personal grudge against Rex Kiponge, adding that his dismissal was a result of compliance issues with the Nazap and Kiunga aerodromes.
I would like to stress and state here again for our citizens and our people in Papua New Guinea that all I did and all the amendments that actually took place on the floor of Parliament is no different to the standard and current legislation in relation to the statutory regulatory requirements under all other departments right now. So there was no different, or there was nothing sinister about the amendments that took place on the floor of Parliament. If it was anything, it was the minister responsible trying to put corrective measures in place to make sure that the law enables the minister to act accordingly, because NAC, it is a state agency under my responsibility, and there were certain jurisdictions that enable me to act accordingly as minister responsible.
This is TV1 News. We'll have more stories after the break.
With BSP Internet Banking, you can enjoy your banking at home, at work, or wherever you are. BSP Personal Internet Banking allows you to view your accounts and transactions, transfer money, bill pay, schedule future payments, or access your bank statements. Visit your nearest BSP branch to register now. BSP Internet Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
When you're spending time with family, when you've got a big day ahead, when you have given it all you've got, when you're putting on a feast, that's when you want the best. That's when you want flame rice. New flame rice. Win him, Olgeta.
Open hands.
Favorite meal for the day does feel good. Snacks noodles is my choice for a simple meal. It is easy to prepare and fast to cook, and with a touch of flavor and ingredients, quality noodles that can be cooked and enjoyed in many different ways. You see, my whole family loves it. It's made here in PNG and comes in different pack sizes. Snacks noodles, tastier but you like it more.
Welcome back. The Sumcar District Administration has provided 150,000 kina each to two corporate buyers as price subsidy for farmers on Karkar Island in Madang. Sumcar DDA Chief Executive Officer Charles Katu presented one check each to BRB Estate and Linguan Company in Madang. Currently, Linguan Company is buying corporate 1 kina per kilo, while others are buying it 80 toya per kilo. During his last visit to the island, MP Suguman said corporate subsidy will boost farmer confidence and increase production. He said currently farmers work very hard but do not earn much. Morobe province has surpassed Madang in terms of cocoa production for 2021. Morobe is now the fourth highest cocoa producer in PNG, while the autonomous region of Bougainville remains at the top, followed by East Sepik and East New Britain.
Madang province used to be the fourth highest cocoa producer in PNG until the 2021 calendar year when Morobe increased cocoa production. Currently, the autonomous region of Bougainville is the leading cocoa producer with an output of 9,974 tons in 2021. Isipik province is ranked second with 7,791 tons, followed by East New Britain with 6,438 and Morobe with 5,575 tons. Madang now sits on the fifth spot with 3,083 tons, West Sepik with 3,078, West New Britain with 780, while the remaining provinces constitute less than 1% of overall PNG cocoa production. Speaking at the launch of the Wabubu combination dryer at Salamaua, Cocoa Board's regional manager Anton Ningi said when he first took office in 2014, Morobe's output was at 800 tons.
Now, you want to know you contribute to this increase. Now, tomorrow this plaka blue go to market. Everybody happy more want up. Lo this production. Every objective long Cocoa Board lo increase in this volume long. Kakao inside lo country blue.
Ningi outlined that from September 2020 to September 2021, Morobe exported close to 91,767 dry bean bags. The average income earned from that was 38 million kina, with Ningi stressing that the revenue went straight into farmers' pockets. Meantime, Cocoa Board Senior Project Extension Officer Charles Cowell applauded farmers in Morobe and encouraged them to continue with their efforts.
So before Morobe no got name long can report lo Cocoa Board na lo gaman. But through lo this kan artwork lo farmers lo place. Na good la work him now name lo Morobe mi stop. Name lo Morobe tu karim yumi na igo long Europe lo friends lo through kan good la quality work kakawe lo watu to libin go represent him so.
Cowell further acknowledged that Cocoa Board's former CEO, Boto Gaupu, for his contributions to the partnership between CBPNG and Wafi Golpu joint venture, which is now yielding results. Salome Vincent, TVWAN News.
Makam is currently the leading cocoa district in Morobe province. Following behind is the Owen Gulf district, Tewai Siasi and Finchafen. Cocoa Board of PNG's regional manager Anton Ningi said between September 2020 and September 2021, the Umi Azera LLG in Makam produced 2,200 tons, which was worth 14 million kina.
14 million kina. You go on top, you can look him. Send his on top, store, come up. Kongkong you go walk him store, exporters you go sit down, bank you go on top. So he go down all over far. He been walking 261 ton. Na money he kiss him 1 million. Now he go down later on 112, he kiss him 500,000. So you look him inside of Makam alone. He been kiss him close to 15, 16 million kina he down inside. So he come down, he on Gulf M second.
You're watching TV1 News. Stay with us for more after the break.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
SB Lager was there for the birth of our nation. We cheered when we dominated the Pacific Games. And we were full of pride when the Hunters lifted the cup. SB Lager, cheers to 70 years.
Magic tasty rice makes tasty rice.
Making white flour rice, become my favorite below family one-time meat tasty belong Maggie tasty rice. Put him 2 pela cup rice long pot, add him water, na 1 pela packet Maggie tasty rice. Mix him good na boil him rice. Make him white pela rice come up tasty one-time Maggie tasty rice. Maggie, the taste PNG loves.
We see you day in, day out, getting on with the job. Coming out on top, because you're not one to back down. From the islands to islands, from the southern to the Momas, we see you, moving heaven and earth to move our country forward. And at the end of the day, We will be there to serve Papua New Guineans who achieve success with the reward they deserve.
Whether we're playing sport, exercising for fitness, being active for work or play, just having some fun, or just chilling, there is one name we can count on that we know will keep us going strong. Skell Rice. Healthy, nutritious, delicious medium grain rice full of vitamins and minerals. Skell helps us maintain a healthy, active lifestyle so we can enjoy every day.
Skell Rice. Skell Rice.
At TISA, we've been the common thread in Papua New Guineans' lives for 50 years. At first, we were simply teachers helping teachers. And today, we're the largest savings and loan society in PNG, with members across our nation's public service and industries. It's an honor to be the common thread in so many lives. Not for profit, not for charity, but for service.
Welcome back. Minister for International Trade and Investment Richard Maru and Governor for Sundown Tony Wowo on Sunday, December 11th, agreed to share the cost of building a trade center at Wutung. The national government, through the ministry, would fund the water supply system and sort out land proposed for the trade center, while the provincial government would get the power lines from Vanimo to Wutung. The minister urged the provincial government to start working on the power lines as soon as possible. Sundown provincial government agreed with Minister Maru for a possible flight route between the two countries from Indonesia to Vanimo, Lae and Port Moresby. Number One Super officially opened its recently relocated WeWork branch today. It is now conveniently located in the Mao Sen complex, situated along Valley Lane Street, WeWork Town. The opening ceremony was officiated by Number One Super member representatives, including nurses, police and teachers, alongside NSL CEO Paul Seya.
Number One Super Limited has opened one of its relocated branches in WeWork Town. The relocation of the WeWork branch is part of NSL's continued focus on improving member access to its superannuation services in rural centers around the country. NSL CEO Paul Seya said that the relocation meant that its members in WeWork now have a full office space that is dedicated to them and can call their own. He said, "The branch has also been upgraded to improve members' experience and ensure that we can continue to deliver quality services to our over 3,000 members that live and work in WeWork and the East Sepik province. The branch is now able to accommodate up to 24 members, with 4 counters attended by our member service officers and 1 comfortable meeting room that provides privacy for members when discussing their superannuation benefits and retirement savings with us." He said that the WeWork branch is one of several Number One Super branches that are currently undergoing a relocation exercise to ensure that NSL branches countrywide maintain the same welcoming look and feel whilst keeping a high standard of services for our members wherever they are. Because of its agriculture and tourism, this makes East Sepik Province a significant contributor to the economy of Papua New Guinea, and it has a high potential for growth. Mr. Seya said that as PNG's biggest and longest-serving super fund for over 214,000 members in both the private and public sectors, NSL aims to continue building better futures for Papua New Guineans while always keeping the needs of its members at the forefront of all that they do. Carol Kidu Jr., TV1 News.
In sports, the PNG AFL Smart Start New Kick Academy program was back in New Ireland this week to run competitions for schools and conduct basic coaching. Only 2 schools in central New Ireland took part in the New Kick school competition. PNG AFL National Talent Academy manager Daniel Edward Melly said this visit is a follow-up after the Regional Talent Academy carnivals in September. Melly praised the head teacher of Penikido Primary School for doing a tremendous job after attending a 1-day basic coaching course, which equipped him to run the competition. He was also impressed with the outcome, which has set a platform in coaching, and now looking forward to increase the number of schools for their competition next year. The games concluded with presentation of awards. And that wraps up the news tonight. Remember to apply the following simple measures to prevent transmission of the coronavirus. Regularly wash your hands with soap and water, cough or sneeze into your elbow, and exercise social distancing. If you are feeling sick, please stay at home. You can also call the COVID-19 hotline number for more information or assistance. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.